Welcome to our hazard field trip. Today we're going to take a look at 3 locations in the United States and how they're affected by natural hazards. Let's get started. Here's the Earth. Pretty sweet Earth, eh? Actually, we're looking at the United States, North America. And in the United States, we experience all kinds of different hazards in different locations because it's a lot of land. So let's get started. First, we're going to take a look at flooding in the San Joaquin Valley. This is a beautiful landscape, and they experience regular flooding. But why? Much flooding occurs in areas with rivers, such as the Sacramento River, San Joaquin River, Columbia River, and Snake Rivers. Studies have shown that there will be an increase in flooding for several West Coast communities over the next century due to increases in temperature and rising sea levels. So, let's take a look. There is the valley. Here's what it looks like when it's not flooded, and here's some of the aftermath. One way to stay safe is to have a well-planned exit strategy and stock up on supplies for immediate survival. Diligent management of floodplain systems around river communities is always wise, with a stronger effort taken on coastal communities affected by rising sea levels. And here's a video that shows what happens if you don't heed these warnings.
Even though the river is not considered at a dangerous stage, some Pinellas residents say their neighbor who used to live here waited too long to get his belongings to higher ground. You could see half his home and truck underwater.
To have something like that happen, a gentleman's struggling and he's lost 2 trucks and his home.
So, keep that in mind. When your community tells you it's a warning, heed that warning. Let's keep going. So the next hazard we're going to talk about is a little different from a flood, but can be so destructive: tornadoes. And do you know where we're going? That's right, Oklahoma City, a place that is known for the havoc that tornadoes can cause. So why do they happen? Well, first of all, let's just talk about the danger of a tornado. It's a destructive rotating column of wind that is connected to both the surface of the earth and a cloud. Most tornadoes are 80 meters across, but the extremely destructive tornadoes can be 480 kilometers across. So, or actually 3 kilometers across. 480 kilometers per hour is the speed. So the rotating wind shifts from the ground and causes an updraft to spin as a vertical column. Basically, that's describing a mesocyclone, because tornadoes are created from supercell thunderstorms and began as a mesocyclone. And as this falls downward, a funnel cloud will appear near the center of the mesocyclone and signal the creation of a tornado. Let's take a look. Here we have Oklahoma City as a city and community, and this is what that same community looks like with a tornado ahead. And this is what the aftermath looks like. Proposed solutions are understanding that the impact can be reduced by creating a local awareness campaign, getting your community involved in the prevention. In case of immediate danger, always remember, find cover immediately. Let's take a look at a map. Here you have the United States, and here you have severe probabilities of tornadoes. And you see, the darker the color, the more severe the probability. And as you come into Oklahoma, the most severe area of tornadoes is in Oklahoma, right here in Oklahoma City. So you can see it's really likely to happen in this area. And since we know that, the best we can do is heed our warnings. Let's move forward. So next we're going to talk about another hazard, earthquakes, taking us back to Southern California, this time to Los Angeles County. Now, Los Angeles County has experienced many destructive earthquakes, which are caused by tectonic plates shifting or changes in temperature under the Earth's crust. Earthquakes can be really scary, and once you feel the ground shaking, try to get under the sturdiest piece of furniture. Always protect your head and torso. Remember this phrase: stop, drop, and hold. Again, stop, drop, and hold. If you smell gas, leave the building immediately. If you are outside, be watchful for falling debris. Let's take a look at another map. These are the tectonic plates. As you can see in the North American plate, right here along the west coast, it meets the Pacific plate. So it makes sense, since these two plates are shifting and colliding with each other, this is a hot zone for earthquakes. So again, if you know that you're living in an area where this happens, heed your warnings. Thank you for coming to our tour. We really enjoyed this with you, and hey, be safe out there.